Hello everyone and welcome to Media Leaders webinar. We're going to learn 7 Google Plus tips that brands and marketers need to succeed. My name is Josh Ochs of MediaLeaders.com. It's good to have you here. I wrote a book called Light, Bright, and Polite, How Businesses and Professionals Can Safely and Effectively Navigate Social Media. I'm excited to have you here today. We have a couple goals, first of all. Some ground rules before we get started. First of all, I'm not an expert. I'm not a guru. I'm not a ninja. You're not going to hear any buzzwords today. I'm a professional tester. I'm a little bit of a scientist, if you will. I make the mistakes, and I help brands figure out these are the mistakes you don't want to make, and we figured out a formula so you can avoid the mistakes almost every time. So what you learn today are not big buzzwords and fancy formulas. They're the scrappy startup tips from a small agency at Media Leaders. All right, next, everything we use today will concentrate on lasting ways that you can get customers responding. Customers. Business starts by creating a customer. I think that's quote number 1 in my book. Next, we focus on great messaging and long-term results. That's what we're going to do today. Everything you see from me is something I truly believe in, that we've used, and so on. Next, Media Leaders believes in testing these formulas out on our brand, our company, our events, and our campaigns, and then we deliver these results to our clients. And that's, you benefit. You get to win. All right, Josh, what are we going to cover today? Give me the good stuff. Great. Let me review what we're going to cover. Then we're going to cover it. Then we're going to review what we covered. First of all, I'm going to show you why we need to be on Google+. It's still a little bit new. I'm going to show you some of the benefits, but I'm not going to get too high level. And then I'm going to show you a great example of how Google+ is seen by the customer. Then I'm going to show you where to set up your brand and site link. I'll get a little nerdy on you, but I think you're going to like it. Best practices. Then I'm going to show you 5 brands on Google+. Scratch that. I'm actually going to toss in a bonus one. We're going to show you 6 brands. Then I'm going to show you how to shorten your Google+ link so you can put it in your signature line. And next, how to get your content shared via email. This is going to get really cool. No one is talking about this. I'm going to show you how I do it, and I'm going to let you adapt my techniques to your own stuff. Cool. And then, this is really fun. This is, I think, you're never going to see this anywhere else. How to funnel customers into your Google+ page. I'm an old school marketer. I'm going to show you how to do this. And then bonus, I'm going to give you extra, after this is over, you guys can download a deck and do all this stuff. I'm going to show you a slide that says the differences between Google+ pages and Google+ profiles. It's for download later on. But that's all very long form stuff. So I'm going to let you look at that later. Quick advertisement. Look at my book on the right. Today, at the end of this, we're going to offer a 30-minute marketing tune-up for a couple of you that want to take part in it. My book is still a bestseller on Amazon this week. Thank God to everybody that supported me. It's amazing. And then I'm available to train large teams, small teams, and I consult with on campaigns of all sizes. Look at the bottom down here in the Kindle store, number 1 and number 2 for public relations and customer service. Woot woot, very exciting. Thanks to everybody that bought the book. It's, I think, $3 on Kindle. We keep it affordable because it's a kind of an employee manual. It's $10 on paperback. All right, some of the brands we've gotten the great opportunity to work with recently. Palms Casino in the upper left, we ran a huge case study with Hootsuite with them. Universal Studios did a project with them recently where actually they used my book on some cool stuff and gave a lot of training. Semantic Vision, we went to Vegas to run sweepstakes for Semantic to get people tweeting during the event. We did a lot of audits for K&N, M&M's, Disney. I used to work there, and now that we do projects for them every once in a while. MS Communications, bottom right, we figured out a formula in the radio industry. It was pretty sweet. Okay, let's jump right on into it. Why should we be on Google+, Josh? What is this darn thing? And by the way, you're going to see me use Google+ with a plus sign and the word plus. The word plus is going to be better for your SEO. I won't get into SEO too much, but it's a big part of what we're talking about today. First of all, here's one of the reasons you need to be on Google+. We're in a search economy, and Google+ is owned by the world's 2 largest search engines, Google and YouTube. I want you to pretend like Google and YouTube are parents, and their son or daughter is Google+. And their son or daughter you need to please because they go home every night and say, hey, Mom and Dad, we're having dinner right now, but I want to tell you about a great website that I saw today. And the mom and dad are listening. So, you want to please mom and dad, Google and YouTube? You better start pleasing their son or daughter, Google+. Search plus your world is the new thing. It's search results plus your friends' posts. I'm going to show you an example of that. And Google+ puts your world at the top of your search results. It's a big deal. All right, next. Your content can now show up at the top of search results for customers and friends. I'm going to show you how to do that. And you get great SEO if you start right now. Now is the time. Just like saving for a house. You don't pick the house you want and then go, oh, now's a great time to start saving $1 a day. No, you start saving because you know you're going to need a house someday. All right. And also there's other reasons for Google+, but we won't get into them. Hangouts, you guys have seen the video stuff. There's marketing performance and all kinds of stuff. But today we're going to talk about why it's cool for the customer. And then I've got more info. If you download this deck, you can then see this link. Tons of features and cool stuff. All right, an example of Google+ results. Just show me how this stuff works. Great. I Googled, why should I be on Google+? And look at the results I got on the left. Cool. These little headshots, because these people, Dory, did a great job of syncing their Google+ with their author page, and now they've got their face in there. Really cool personalized results. But watch what happens on the next screen. If I Google while I'm logged in, left is logged out, logged in, same results for the most part, except Guy Kawasaki's result shows up at the top. You know why? Because I have circled Guy Kawasaki. I'm following him on Google+. Guy Kawasaki shared this on August 8th, 2012. And now, why should I be on Google+? Guy Kawasaki's stuff, he threw up something about Mashable a long time ago. Let's go take a look at his post. If you were to click on, let's go back, Guy Kawasaki shared this. If you click on this yellow or orangish area, you'll come up to his post and notice how I'm following him, and then all of a sudden he linked in there to this. He's changing my search results, whether he knows it or not, and he definitely knows it. He knows what he's doing. He's a smart guy. All right, that's why we need to do this, because you want your search results for your customers when they search for pizza, Santa Monica, California. You want to come up if you own a pizza shop. You get the idea. Whatever you're good at, if you have, there's somebody watching this webinar right now that's looking for the right candidates to fill jobs for their clients that have job opportunities. If you're looking for tech jobs, San Diego, California, you better have the right things, be sharing the right things, and have people circling you so you're adjusting their search results. Okay, enough about that. Let me give you a few juicy tactical tips. First of all, I want you to log in as your brand page or profile. I'll show you how to do that here in just a sec. Next, in the upper right, you're going to click on this big button that's the settings box. It looks like a gear. And we're going to navigate to two parts of it, the settings and the getting started tabs. We're going to start at the getting started tabs. I want you to go through settings for your brand and figure it all out, look at it, make sure you're okay with what's emailing you and stuff. That's basic. You can figure that stuff out on your own. But the getting started is where it gets good. I want you to link your page to your website. So your Google+ page points to your website, very important, and your website points back to your page. We're going to basically get both of those done in this video. Josh, what do you mean? All right, if you go to your page and you click on that little tiny settings thing, which usually is in the upper right, like right here, you're going to land on this page. These are the parts I want you to pay attention to. Connect your website. I'm going to show you how to add this badge to your website. Very important. Then Google+ Direct Connect. This is huge because when you point your page to your site and your site to your page, all of a sudden Google goes, ooh, I have an authority in this industry. Let's start connecting their search results. And last but not least, we're going to show you what the +1 button kind of does. You need to really pay attention to this and add the +1 button wherever you can. Some kind of +1 when your friends +1 it, then it changes their search results and their friends' search results. Awesome. And then also, here is we are going to change this in a sec. I'm going to show you a little trick, plus.google.com, and this is your code for your page. All right. Your page and your profile, two very different things. We'll explain that later. Profiles are for people. Pages are for brands. We're logged in as the Media Leaders page. All right, Josh, how the heck do I get followers on Google+? Well, that is a great question. Down here, you see our website, medialeaders.com. First of all, I want you to set up a badge on your site. You see this orange area right here? Follow us on Google+. There's nothing more important than Google+ right now, except for their first name, last name, and email. But Google+ is pretty darn important. Next, I want you to encourage Google+ registrations on your confirmation pages. What do you mean by that, Josh? Well, let me show you. I am going to open up a incognito window here. Let's get live action and have some fun here. We're going to go to MediaLeaders.com. Now, if you have something on your website that's really cool, we're looking at my site right now. If you have something really cool, I want you to some way to pop up and offer it. Get people to give you their email address. And people do this all the time. We give away 25 free tweets to people that want them. So if somebody were to log in and go test, now watch this. You already have a business model. You're like, Josh, I want to learn about Google+. Well, let me show you. You have to move Google+ into your current funnel. Let's say I was Test and my email was Testy23, right? And I want these 25 free tweets. Sweet. Send them to me. Well, what I do is I have this funnel system. Old school marketing. You're almost done. I want to invite you to our next events. And then it asks for what city you live in so that I know where to target you, and company and job title. These are optional, and then it auto-fills in the test. Send me the tweets. People actually do this. Every day a few people do this. I'm capturing their data. And when I send them the tweets, guess what? Here's the confirmation page. Watch carefully. You will get info from us in the next 15 minutes. Stay tuned, and our system actually will send it to them, so they know, okay, great, I can look at it, an email in the next 15 minutes. People then follow us on Google+. Now, we don't have a lot of followers, but in the last few days, we've doubled. We just implemented this type of funnel system. We've been using it for years on LinkedIn. 1,000, not years, but more than a year. We got 1,090. Now, remember, I'm not the world's hugest brand. We work on very big, great brands, but our little brand uses these scrappy tips to build 1,090 people in our list, and we're going to do it on Google+ too. We're going to start affecting our search results, and people then follow us, and I get an email every day when I see who's followed Media Leaders on Google+. All right, that's what I mean when I say take a look at your encourage Google+ registrations on your confirmation page. If they don't follow it up here, but they want the 25 sample tweets, they're following it on the confirmation page, because that, my friends, is when they're in love with you. Josh, what do you mean by in love? Well, it's a chapter in my book. You get testimonials and you get all kinds of cool little bonuses when people like you because you're sending them something. Josh, how do I shorten my Google+ link and so that I can put it somewhere and have people directly click on it? Great question. First, you're going to visit Gplus.to and set up your shortener. Watch this. Normally, Media Leaders is plus.google.com/B for business or brand. I think it's business. And then this 3,000 character number. Okay? So you can shorten it if you go to Gplus.to to Gplus.to/Media Leaders. I can throw this in all of my signature lines now. And it will very easily let people know they're going to go to Google+ and it's Media Leaders. Sweet! That's a way to do it in your signature line every time. And if you read my book or have watched our other videos, you know that I love signature lines because I think it's a call to action in every communication you have to people. All right, that's a little tactical tip. Hopefully that was helpful. Those of you that are live on the web right now watching this, go ahead and toss in some, hey Josh, that was amazing, if you like it. And if you don't, ask more questions. Okay, let's keep moving. Email share link for Google+. Now, this is something kind of fun. I figured out a little trick that's really cool. People are always asking, how do I share stuff through an email so people will Google+ it because I have tons of email addresses? Well, I love email addresses, and I love transferring emails to other places. So, let's cross-pollinate to Google+ with our emails. Here's a link in your emails you can use to share your page. I'm going to show you an exact example of this in just a sec, so hang with me. First of all, if you take this, and those of you that are watching this or you want to unlock the actual deck below, this is a reason to unlock it. https://plus.google.com, and then here's the trick, share $URL. Oh, gosh, that looks long, Josh. I know, but here's a trick. This is what it looks like for Media Leaders. If you were to click on this it would share our MediaLeaders.com website. So you can encourage people, hey, share this event, and you can put whatever link you want in there, MediaLeaders.com/Josh Ochs' birthday or panel discussion or whatever. And that event would then be, they'd have a chance to share it on their website. Let me show you what that looks like. So we send an email. We've got a panel discussion happening soon. Hey, Josh, you're confirmed for the next Media Leaders panel discussion. People filled out this website link on our website for free, and once I get their email address, then I like to send them a confirmation email. Here is what the actual event looks like. So if we were to click over to here, people will actually log in to the site, and they will then be able to register right then and there. So let's do this. Let's keep, oh, here it is. Stand by 1 sec. Okay, so just put it away. All right, so people can log in. Let me show you what the actual email looks like so that you can see how this behavior works. Let's go over to mail.medialeaders, and I want to show you the actual email so that you can see exactly how this works. When people are confirmed, I want you to be able to have them share this on Google+. It's a little bit hard to show right now for some reason, but when you share it on Google+ and you click that link, here's the actual behavior that will happen. It will pop up into a box, and it eventually shares it on Google+ so that they can see that happening, which is kind of cool. Now, the importance of that is, if you can get people to share your event on Google+ after they register, then all of a sudden you're going to have a lot better of a chance of it showing up on Google+. Otherwise, it's a little bit hard. Now, let me show you what that actually looks like. Here is the actual little box that pops up when they click that share on Google+. They have the chance to share it. They can say, I'm attending this event. Who's in? They can add their comment and so on. They can share it. Guess what? That links right back to our page. So that little tiny Google+ works there. That's how that works. I have a lot of other tricks there too if you download the deck below. I always in my confirmation emails get them to share it on Google+, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter. And Google+, notice how it's the top up there. It's so important to our firm now and every brand. I want you to try and use it as much as you can. All right. Let's go look at some brands on Google+. This is very busy, but I've got 6 brands. You can download the deck below. We're going to look at National Geographic first, then BMW. We're going to do this in reverse. Then New York Times, Pepsi. First, we're going to look at Nat Geo. And we're going to look at the community that they have that discusses exploration. Josh, what the heck's a community? Well, you're all familiar with groups in LinkedIn. Let's go take a look at what a community is in... It's a lot like a group. So we're on Nat Geo, National Geographic. This girl's kind of creeping me out with her eyes, not going to lie to you. But obviously we can follow. Used to be add them to your circles, but follow. Now you can see in National Geographic they've got great photos. They're really utilizing what they do best, which is very stuff internationally, pictures and videos, but I really love their pictures. Now, in the upper right, when you're a brand, which this is a brand, it's a page, they created a community called Exploration. Let's open this in a new tab. Notice how their community, their brand name is National Geographic. Their community is around something that people want to talk about, exploration, adventure. They have 3,189,000 fans or followers on Google+, whatever you want to call it. 40,000 members in their exploration thing. These are their hyper members. Let's go look at their group, if you will, which is actually a community. You can see communities over here on the left side, so you go to Home, Profile, Explore, Photos. And if you're brand new, by the way, click Explore if you're brand new to Google+. But I think most of you are brands because you're watching this. Exploration. People don't want to talk about Nat Geo. They want to talk about exploration. So look, people can post in here. They can post about space, environment. Where do you explore? All kinds of really cool stuff in here. And you can go down here and see at 9:24 a.m. people are Indian painting. They're talking about Spain. That's a beautiful photo, by the way. All kinds of neat stuff. So that's an example. I think they're doing a great job with that. Exploration, their community. So it's a topic that they love to talk about. They're not really selling that much in there, but Nat Geo is sharing. when they post in there, it also shares on their page. Okay, just an idea. Next, so we just looked at their, we just looked at Nat Geo. Now what we're going to do, just to remind ourselves, we're going to go to BMW. We're going to look at the aspirational big cover photo. I call it a big cover photo because there's not a whole lot of words to describe this. When you land on BMW, look how gorgeous this is. They have a product. There's no text on the product. It's just an aspirational view of, wow, you got some nighttime driving. It's fun. It looks like it's fast. They're going around a corner. A lot of people know this is the ultimate driving machine. I don't drive a BMW, but that's one of their brands. Right here, they have sheer driving pleasure as their little logo. It's awesome. So they're doing a great job over here. They've got some photos of some history and some old stuff. But I thought that was a really great job they did there. Now, next, let's look at the next. We're going to look at New York Times. How about we take a look at live New York Times Hangout event? The New York Times. Now, one of the things that maybe the New York Times could change slightly, by no means am I an expert, and I love these brands we're looking at. As brands are incredible. Look, they have 869,000 followers. Technically, yeah. And if you look at the graphics up here, you see how there's text behind text? It's a little weird. You might consider making this more aspirational instead of text behind text. Test that out. They have a verified linked website. Well done, guys. And then if you're a verified name, a verified company, you can get that as well. We won't get into that today. But they created a Hangout. They're using videos, which I really like because I think it's a great way to communicate. So they've got YouTube videos, which pop up here. Awesome. Good work. And they're doing everyone's invited to this public event, live New York Times Recipe Lab Hangout with the cookbook author Norman King. So they're promoting a cookbook. Are you a fan of fried chicken and Southern cooking? And people can register right here. If you're a big brand and you want to do something fun, throw it in here. And then when people are searching for events in New York that have to do with cooking, guess what? This will eventually pop up. 35 people are attending that and so on. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, let's move on to the next one. So that was New York Times. Let's take a quick look at Pepsi. I want to show you the hashtags and my thoughts on hashtags. So let's go on Pepsi. Let's go back. Pepsi has a verified linked website, a verified name. Look at how aspirational this is. This is Pepsi, the cola look, right? 600, almost 670,000 followers. Now, they have a great little picture here. Cool. Let me show you something I saw yesterday. They have something on March 27th, so they actually haven't been posting all that much. But March 27th, sorry to move so quick, let's move slower. Which music moments were you tweeting about this week? So they're talking about Twitter on them, and watch this. They have a hashtag live for now. Just like in Twitter, hashtags can be used. But here's my only problem with that. I'm a big believer that hashtags will take people away from your brand and what you want them to do. So if you had a link here that was linking to your site, go vote here or learn more here or tell us in our survey. This is basically a distraction. Now, if there was a great piece of conversation happening, that'd be awesome. But let's click on that and take a quick look at what's happening. You've got, I looked at this the other day, a couple days ago. It defaults to best of, and you see Pepsi talking about Pepsi. Cool, so it's only Pepsi. And then I realized really quickly, other stuff does pop up in here, but it's from several months ago. And the reason is Google is smart. Google Plus wants you to see content like it's happening live. So April 16th, this one was from April 9th, and it's popping it in here. April 17th. So it is a part of a conversation, but before you ever use a hashtag, I want you to make sure that if you're the brand that creates it, just make sure you know what's going to happen. It's going to take people away from your brand. Understand that. I'm not saying it's bad. I like them in Instagram, and I encourage people not to use them on Twitter unless it's designed around a group, an event, or a topic. Next, let's look at Virgin Group. Once again, we're going in reverse here. Virgin Group, we're going to look at their animated header image, which I thought was really, really cool. I think it's a GIF. Check this out. It's got their logo and all kinds of stuff. They animated this. It's like, wow, that's pretty darn animated. Now, they're They have 1.3 million people that are following them, verified, very easy, clear logo. Well done, nice job. But I thought that was really cool how they set this up. It could be a lot larger. This is an old school one, but that was really neat. Something to look at. Let's look at the last one. Let's look at the Muppets. I thought this was really cute the way the Muppets posted something yesterday that said, Happy Valentine's Day. Well, they didn't post this yesterday. They actually haven't been on here that much. But Happy Valentine's Day from all the Muppets. Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy Gonzo. And look at how many people responded. They have 56 comments, tons of people. There was a ton of activity, and they just doctored up a little photo here. How adorable is that? I thought they got really cute and clever and sent it directly to their site here. And that was really clever. Well done, Muppets. I like you guys. Okay, so we just looked at 6 brands in reverse. The deck below, you can take a peek at these as well. All right, what did we cover? We just ran through a bunch and we kept it short in 25 minutes or less. We looked at why we need to be on Google+, examples of Google+ and how it pops up to the top, where to set up your badge and your site link, very important. And I also showed you my funnel technique to get people to slowly add you. 5, actually we showed you 6. I threw in a bonus one. And then how to shorten your Google+ link. I hope all of you try and use that. And then how to get your content shared via email. I showed you that really cool little trick that emulates something. And I want to show you just one more time so you can see what it looks like and why we did that. At the bottom of one of our events, our networking events, we're hosting something in Los Angeles here soon, a panel discussion. If you toss it down here, it'll emulate this little button, this Google+ button. But if you just create, remember this very little link, plus.google.com, the word share, URL equals, and then you throw your URL in there. If you download this deck, you'll be able to copy that, or you can just go steal it from any one of the sharers so that you can throw that into your email, and it's very easy to get at. And then how to funnel your customers into your Google+ page on the confirmation email, which was my favorite. So great. It sounds like everybody on the video so far is learning a ton. We had a little bit of a hiccup there with a power outage, but here's a quick advertisement that I want everybody to have on here. You've learned a ton. I've got one more bonus thing. Today, for everyone on here, we're offering a 30-minute marketing tune-up. Now, you know me. I'm an old-school marketer. Suki, Terry, Brittany, Raphael, Elizabeth, everybody that's on here right now. We give a 30-minute marketing tune-up. Usually it's about $150. We do this for a bunch of big brands. Today we're also offering a secret marketing set of videos from 18 of my friends, the professionals in marketing. It's about $100 as well. And an ebook with all of their tips in a book so you can print it out, and it's $100. And today's slide deck plus the video, it adds up to about $343. I'm not a big salesman, but it's $97 today. For those of you that are interested, you go to MediaLeaders.com and you click on virtual conference. It's on our front page. If you want to look at it, it's the 4th thing down on the front page. If you want to take a peek at it, anyone that's interested, and you get a ton of good stuff. So anyone that buys that today learns social media, PR, marketing. You click on the blue thing. I'll toss in 30 minutes with myself. I'll actually look at your stuff, give you funnel ideas, tips, and techniques. If you're interested in that, put a yes in the chat box, or Josh, I want a 30-minute session. We'll toss all that in there. Normally it's $343, but I'll toss myself in for free. I want to thank everybody for coming out today, but while you guys are tossing that in, here's an extra cool tip. I want you to consider looking at your search history by clicking this link, history.google.com/history. You're going to go, wait, Josh, what? Yeah, it searches your history. It gives you a ton of stuff in the past. I'm going to show you my search history in a sec. Next, you can look at tips and tricks by clicking on this link that's in the deck. Google.com/inside search, tips and tricks. It's really sweet. A bunch of different stuff I bet you didn't know. And last, the differences, and this gets nerdy, between Google+ pages and Google+ profiles. Plus, these are linkable. Pages can have multiple admins, +1 button, extended circles, all kinds of nerdy stuff. Let me show you my search results. Watch this. This is something you probably... let's go ahead and put my stuff in. And watch this. If I go to my oldest search results, when I was a This is from 2005. Check this out. I want you all to take a look at this. history.google.com/history. Google has a record of all the stuff we're interested in. This is why Google Plus plays so well into this. I used to be an analyst helping a baby maternity company grow, and they were looking for tons of funding. Look what I was searching for. Analyst forecast for maternity clothing, 10:21 a.m. in 2005. Best way to research companies. Maternity clothing trends. Hannah Anderson product. These are competitors. Baby Gap analysts. Baby Gap open store. Liz, all these different things. 2005. You can also see your daily search activity. All kinds of stuff. I want to make sure you guys take a quick look at that. That's kind of a fun tip. And as well, I want to thank everybody for coming out today. This was really great. We're going to return to full screen. If any of you are interested in the 30-minute thing, go ahead and put that in the chat box. My name is Josh Ochs. Thanks for learning 7 Google Plus tips that brands and marketers need to succeed. Those of you that are watching this on YouTube, use the link below to learn more about MediaLeaders.com. You can also check out Light, Bright, and Polite on Amazon. Thanks for all the support, everybody. Talk to you soon.